Come on. Good morning, everybody. All right. Terrific. All right. You are all stars on the Prudential Hall stage this morning, so thank you very much for coming. Welcome to a great day here in New Jersey. My name is John Schreiber. I'm the CEO of the Arts Center. This, of course, is my master's jacket. I don't know if you knew this, but in 1986, I beat Phil Mickelson. I won the Masters tournament. Not a lot of people know this, but I wanted to remind you. So we are joined on this iconic stage by a remarkable coalition of elected and appointed officials, engaged corporate supporters, talented producer partners, and experienced and accomplished community arts activists from our hometown of Newark and our sister cities of Asbury Park and Atlantic City. We are honored to have all of you in the room with us today. Without you, I'd be whistling in the dark right now, and the unprecedented celebration of the arts and technology we're about to share would not be possible. The North to Shore Festival is the brainchild of the Governor and First Lady. Over 100 events in 3 cities during the month of June. Will headline not only the biggest names in music, comedy, film, innovation, and technology, but also brilliant New Jersey-based creatives who make the arts hum up and down our state all year long. Now, I am best known to many of you as a guy who wears a suit, but I began my career over 40 years ago as a PA, a production assistant at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. I parked cars, I schlepped drum kits, I stage managed, I set up sound systems, I made sure the coffee was hot, and during my first week on the job got yelled at for very good reasons by Irma Thomas and Fats Domino. I was a kid, but I found the whole thing heavenly, and I still do. My mentor, George Wein, who founded the Newport Jazz Festival almost 70 years ago, liked to say that big festivals were gateways. Show up to see and hear somebody you love, but stick around and discover lots of great talent you'll want to get to know better. And North to Shore, which will be the biggest festival in Jersey history, promises just that. The lineup we'll share today is what we're calling an excellent start. The dozens of attractions and events we're announcing is only the beginning. We'll be adding many more concerts, lectures, and conversations in the weeks to come. So I encourage you to keep your eyes and ears wide open for what's next. Now, every memorable festival needs inspired founders. This festival is a reality because Governor Murphy and our First Lady had a really good idea, and NJPAC is proud to have been chosen as producer. We're lucky and grateful that while they and their team solve for the issues that confront us as New Jerseyans every day, the Murphys have always kept the arts front and center. They understand the power of culture and technology to enhance and transform the quality of their lives. So let's hear from them. First up, and straight from delivering some killer stand-up at the Gridiron Dinner in Washington on Saturday night, please join me in welcoming and thanking Governor Phil Murphy.
Thank you. I was listening to your description of what it's like to be a PA, and even though the names of people who yell at you have changed, it sounds an awful lot like being governor. Coffee, getting yelled at, parking cars. Good morning, everybody. I got to go off topic, if I may, up front. First of all, particularly if you live in Bergen, Passaic, Sussex, Warren, and Morris counties, the leadership of which I've just reached out to driving up here. It's going to be a pretty nasty night and tomorrow. So ready.nj.gov is the best place to go to get updated on the storm. It could be 6 to 12 inches in parts of the state. Kim and I were just discussing the fact, really probably especially in the northwest part of the state. So please, everybody, be careful out there. Again, ready.nj.gov. It's rare that people film me giving weather updates. So I appreciate the, very flattered by the social media attention there. And another topic which is weighty in its own respect. And before I turn to why we're all here, which is incredibly exciting, I want to speak to last week's collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and yesterday's shutdown of New York-based Signature Bank and what we're doing to help New Jersey companies which may have exposure to these failures. And I'll riff with one quick sense of what I think this means in the bigger scheme of things. We're opening programs through the Economic Development Authority under the leadership of CEO Tim Sullivan, who's right in front of me. Ty Cooper, his colleague, is next to him. Tim Sullivan and Chair Terry O'Toole are focused in teams on providing emergency assistance to any New Jersey-based companies that have been serviced either by SVB or Signature. These supports will include, or total, I should say, at least for now, $25 million, and that number could climb. And I think we're the first state to put such supports forward. Tim announced this all last evening, and I'm proud we can lead the pack in doing this. So that by offering this suite of programs for New Jersey entrepreneurs impacted by SVB and Signature, we will continue to keep residents employed and support companies that are vital to our innovation ecosystem and our economic future. Earlier this morning, the EDA launched its Angel Match program to help early-stage businesses bridge funding gaps as they scale their operations and refine their products. On Wednesday, the Entrepreneur Support Program will launch to support repayment of investor loans advanced for working capital purposes. Moreover, this program was designed specifically to help companies facing a liquidity crisis. And finally, I think in your back pocket, you and Terry, Tim, the EDA will potentially schedule a special board meeting, if need be, to examine further steps to provide emergency liquidity. Our goal is to ensure that every New Jersey company caught up in this mess is able to keep the lights on to meet payroll, pay rent, and continue their day-to-day operations, and ensuring the success of innovation-driven New Jersey businesses is a vital component in building the economy of the next New Jersey. So now more than ever, it is essential that our state supports companies that contribute to our economy, innovation ecosystem, and the dynamism of our cities, including Asbury Park, Newark, and Atlantic City. My gut, I was running this by both Tim and Joe Kelly, who's here with us, Eric Brophy. I want to also give a shout out to from our team, in addition to Tim and Ty. My gut tells me this lessens the likelihood that the Fed either raises rates at all next week. Is it next week or this week? Next week. Or lessens the scale of those rate increases. And I also, unfortunately, think that this increases the chance that the nation, and we're no exception, we're not immune to this, will have a tougher economy in the sort of 6 to 12 months ahead. So stay tuned, and I'm hoping for the best, but we're going to prepare for the worst. Now, with all of that medicine, isn't it great to be together this morning? This is an incredibly exciting moment, so I want to get right to it. With John and our fellow mayors and the First Lady, I'm thrilled to formally announce North to Shore, New Jersey's first multi-city festival celebrating the best of music, comedy, film, and technology. This party, which is the best and biggest party across the Garden State, will be held over 3 incredible weekends in 3 iconic cities with legendary performances that no one will want to miss. New Jersey is reclaiming our heritage as the world's center of innovation. We are a state that attracts and grows top-notch talent. It is far past time that we shine a light on all that sets our state apart: our diversity, our creativity, and our unmistakable New Jersey energy. When Tammy and I first had the germ of an idea for a festival, we knew we could not put it together on our own. We knew bringing together a tremendous lineup of talent would take the commitment and leadership of so many, including the folks at the Economic Development Authority, the world-class entertainment pros here, John and team at NJPAC, and the willingness of so many creative legends to sign on. We have been through so much together. It is time for New Jersey to gather with friends, to celebrate, to let our hair down, and to showcase more creativity and talent than has been presented in one state in 1 month ever before. Now you know why I'm letting my hair grow. And while everyone knows that I am a recovering, or you may know that I'm a recovering song and dance man. I plan to be in the audience, thank God for all of you, enjoying the event with my fellow New Jerseyans. There are lots of specifics to share. And before we start that, I want to say, you may ask, well, how did we come up, or why did we come up with this idea? And I'll tell you why. We looked at South by Southwest, which I think is going on right now, as I recall, in Austin. And Austin is a great American city. But, and I'm not going to get political, it's a blue dot in a very red state. And we said to ourselves, and it's not a terribly diverse festival, we said, you know what, with all due respect, that's kind of hoodwinking people into thinking they're playing a home game in a community as august as Austin. And again, I've got nothing against Austin, but I've got a lot against the freedoms that Texas takes away from its residents. We said, you know what, the hell with that, man. Let's do this in Jersey. Let's start our own unique brand of festival. Let's do it our way. Let's celebrate our diversity and the freedoms and our great economy and our great talent. And hopefully a few years from now, we'll be able to look down on what Texas is doing, not trying to emulate it. Had to get that off my chest. So before we get a look at who's going to be a part of this inaugural North to Shore, let's start rolling the ticker. Thank you all.
Thanks, Gov. Tammy Murphy is the most effective First Lady in the history of New Jersey. It's true. No doubt about it. She maintains a 24/7 schedule in service to communities throughout our state. And whether the issue is sustainability, maternal health, refreshing Drumthwacket so it feels like home for all of us, advocating for women and girls, plus making sure the arts are accessible for everybody, she believes each of us can be change makers. Please welcome First Lady Tammy Murphy.
I'm also the shortest one. So, as you can see, dozens of names are lighting up above. I want to highlight that North to Shore is not only for headliners. In fact, we will be showcasing many more performers who are destined to be the headliners of tomorrow. With the help of community groups in Newark and Asbury Park and Atlantic City, we are looking for those producers and artists who will perform in venues throughout each city as part of this festival. By my count, we already have 27 venues participating, and I think if John has anything to do with it, it'll be at least double that by the time we're done. New Jersey filmmakers will be featured on the beach and in theaters, comedians in intimate and larger venues, and music will represent the diversity of our state. So whether you're a hip-hop fan, prefer country music, rock, Latin, avant-garde, jazz, folk, soul, or world music, we will have something amazing for you. And what better way to showcase our local talent than to have them appear in conjunction with some of the biggest and best global performers. North to Shore is also a way to bring crowds to 3 of our urban jewels for dining, lodging, and indulging in all that each city has to offer. And we are grateful to New Jersey Transit for the special train services they will offer to facilitate travel amongst each location. To the many New Jersey corporations who have stepped up to help fund this festival, thank you. And we all look forward to showing the rest of the country what we have always known, that there is simply no place like New Jersey, a state where ideas originate and grow, where talent is nurtured, and where festivals are like no other. I hope everyone marks their calendars, gets their tickets, and plans for a month-long celebration in June that underscores yet another reason we all know that New Jersey rocks. Thanks, everybody.
So as the First Lady described, we have an RFP in progress right now, and we are inviting local presenters and creators in Newark and Asbury and Atlantic City to send us their best ideas for events that we can feature as part of the festival. We'll be awarding stipends of up to $5,000 to each of the grantees, and I would imagine between the three cities we're probably going to feature another 50 or so events. And the good news is we have the opportunity in North Shore to really turn the volume up on the creators who are here making art and enriching our lives all throughout the year. So that that RFP can be found at northtoshore.com. For now, we're going to give you a little taste of what's on tap. Here's a short video that our in-house brilliant filmmaker, Bola, has put together. And remember, it's a good start, but a pretty good start. So please roll the video.
Hey, it's Stephen Colbert, and I am so excited to be part of New Jersey's first ever North to Shore Festival this June. Get your tickets now to be part of this epic month-long festival with shows and performances throughout the state.
First ever North to Shore Festival. Now, this is a very cool new event. Will be taking place all over New Jersey.
Hey, New Jersey, it's Remember Jones. I'm so excited to announce that I'll be a part of the North to Shore Festival that's happening all over the state.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, Dad, Dad, Dad! Run! Open a window!
But I do like to eat, y'all. I love the buffet. God bless the man that made the buffet.
All right, thank you, Bola, for that lovely little video. I'm going to do some thank you. I'm going to do, oh, we do, there you are. Okay. I don't have to improvise. This is great. Yeah. Although I could, like, spent a lot of time in jazz, so okay. So we're going to make a little history on this stage today, because we have three terrific mayors who are our partners in the creation of North to Shore. We had a little back and forth about the order of speakers and settled on introducing them to you in alphabetical order, right? So first up is the mayor whose last name starts with B, right? Can you guess, He is, I don't think he has a bigger fan than me. He is a practical progressive. He is a poet, and he is an inspiration to all of us who love and care about the future of Newark. Please welcome Mayor Ras J. Baraka.
Thank you, thank you. So first, it's always a pleasure to be here in JPAC. I think I live here. John Schreiber, who does an awesome job for us in the city. It's also great to be here with the governor and the first lady. This is an incredible idea. I love my governor, but I'm sure it was the first lady's idea. This is too creative and too outstanding. And it had to be in 3 cities, and Mayor Moore and Mayor Small, outstanding guys doing incredible work throughout the state of New Jersey, and it's a pleasure to be on the stage with you guys and be a part of what I think will be one of the best festivals this country sees, and we get to start it here and be a part of it as a city of Newark. So we're going to have some great people in Newark, and I get to tell you the folks that are going to be here at the Rock. We'll have Santana and Alanis Morissette and Bill Burr. And on this stage at the PAC, we'll have Stephen Colbert, Jim Gaffigan, Halsey, and Marissa Monte. And across the hall at Victoria Theater, there'll be a tech talk with Damon John, founder of FUBU. So all of you have to be there, particularly in Newark. And hopefully, people will get an opportunity to hang out here in our Arts and Education District, take a look at the museum, the library, hang out at Swahili Village, and go on over to Harriet Tubman Square and check out the incredible monument that we just built as well. And all of the Newark artists that are here will have an opportunity to be a part of an application process, to do whatever they need to become a part of the showcase that's going on, that will be able to showcase the talent that's happening right here locally in our incredible city. And Newark has a long history of brilliance, especially in arts and entertainment and tech and all of those fields. So we look forward to this convention or festival. We're glad to be a part of it, and I want to thank the governor again and John Schreiber for, I know he had a lot to do with this, of course. We want to thank him for continuing always to showcase our city. So God bless you guys. See you during the North to Shore Festival in Newark.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. And I hope that you will participate too as a poet.
I knew you would do that.
Yeah, I'm doing it. It's like, I got 125 people here, so, you know, would you say yes to that, Mayor?
Maybe.
All right. Okay. All right. And that's how convincing I am, okay? You know, right. John Moore recently got reelected to his 3rd term as mayor of Asbury Park. Under his leadership, Asbury is bigger and busier and more successful today as both a tourist destination and a place to live and work than it's ever been. He and his team have been wonderful, thoughtful partners to us in the development of Asbury's unique take on North to Shore. Please welcome Mayor Moore.
Good morning. Thank you all. First, I'd like to thank some people. Obviously, Governor Phil Murphy, First Lady Tammy Murphy, who pointed out these are 3 urban cities, which is kind of cool because there's a New Jersey Urban Mayors Association led by President Baraka, and we have monthly calls, and I've learned a lot on these calls. And so John Schreiber, again, thank you. Jenny Wasserman, producer program, New Jersey PAC, Mayor Baraka, and Mayor Small. When we first started this back in October, at the end of October, I was like tasked with like putting together a committee. And in Asbury Park, we have many talented people. So the first thing I did was throw myself off the committee. But we have many people from Asbury Park here today, so I would like to acknowledge who the committee people are. So we have Carrie Turner, who's the Executive Director of the Asbury Park Arts Council. Eileen Chapman, she's a council member and former manager of the Stone Pony. Current manager of the Monmouth University Bruce Springsteen Archives and Center for American Music. Donna Vieira, city manager. Jen Hampton, owner of the Parlor Art Gallery in Asbury Park and creator and curator of the Wooden Walls Project. Alicia Floyd, our recreation director and special events manager. Kathleen Melgar, director of the Asbury Park Library. Chris Famiano, director of operations, Madison Marquette. And Russell Lewis, owner, operator of the beachfront venue, the Watermark. Also with us today and came up in this nasty weather, which we won't have in June, was Councilman Yvonne Clayton, who's a founder member of the Asbury Park African American Music Project, which is the Turf Club. And also coming up with us today was Jessie Ricks. She's a member of the Asbury Park Board of Education, and she's the official photographer of the city of Asbury Park, which means she takes the pictures, but we don't pay her. I see in the crowd Jen Souder, who's the president of AP AMP. I see Caroline O'Toole, the manager of the Stone Pony, Gary Matola, and if I'm missing anybody from Asbury Park, I apologize. But again, a great committee. Looking so forward to this, so thank you. Again, thank you, John. And on June 14th through 18th, we will be nonstop entertainment in Asbury Park. And don't worry, I've personally ordered great weather to accompany the festival's performances. The boardwalk is always open, the beaches never look better, and we like to think we put the shore in North to Shore. To start with, we've got the B-52s and Demi Lovato at the Stone Pony Summer Stage, the Smithereens with Marshall Crenshaw, the Sensational Soul Cruisers and Nicole Atkins will be at the Wonder Bar, and Brian Fallon, I know my daughter will be there, of the Gaslight Anthem will be holding things down at the iconic Stone Pony. And we're especially proud that the historic Springwood Avenue Turf Club, Yvonne, Jen, thank you, will be celebrating its reopening with several musical performances throughout the weekend. And this is a great venue that Springwood Avenue, which was knocked down in the 1970s, they're reviving this club on Springwood Avenue. It's going to be a great 3 weeks. Cannot thank the governor and Tammy for bringing this together, John, Jesse, keeping Asbury Park informed, and the committee in Asbury Park for doing such a wonderful job and representing Asbury Park in a way which I could not do. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Mayor. I did some homework, and I discovered that Atlantic City built its first boardwalk in 1870. That's a long time ago. Millions of folks from New Jersey and all over the world continue to stroll on it all year round. And as the place where casino gambling originated on the East Coast in 1978, AC welcomes visitors from around the world. Mayor Small and his team of leaders are driving a resurgent Atlantic City, and we are thrilled that North to Shore will now be part of that excitement. Mayor Small, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. And though we are in the largest city in the state of New Jersey, it's a great day in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day? And I have to be politically correct because I was dilatory due to the wet weather. So today in the state of New Jersey, from North to Shore on the Garden State Parkway, it's a wet day in the state of New Jersey. Can we say wet day? Yes, wet day. Yes, I'm Mayor Marty Small Singh, I'm mayor of the great city of Atlantic City, and we are proud to kick off the North to Shore statewide festival from June 7th to 11th. And as we say in the great city of Atlantic City, our summertime slogan, we are live, lit, and we outside. Our beaches will be open, and we can't wait to host, because one thing about Atlantic City, we definitely know how to party. I don't want to miss anything. Normally, I don't read from prepared for remarks, but I'm going to be a team player today. But literally, we have something for everyone. We got free screenings of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Top Gun on our famed beaches Friday and Saturday nights. Jay Wheeler will be at Tropicana, while over at Boardwalk Hall, I'm extremely excited about this, the Ladies Night Comedy Tour featuring Nene Leakes, Lonnie Love, Simone B., Jackie Fabulous, Jess Hilarious, Gavin DeGraw, and Coley Khaled. We can't share the details just yet, but we will be announcing a major R&B show at historic Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall with our partners South Jersey Presents and Philadelphia's own Platinum Productions, who is really leading a resurgence at Boardwalk Hall. They will be announced soon. Stay tuned for that. We're also excited to announce some of our small local venues and businesses are a part of the festival. Local talent like Remember Jones, Anthony Krazan of the Spin Doctors at Tennessee Avenue, and the Losers Lounge, and Joe McGinty at the Anchor Rock Club. Finally, my alma mater, Stockton University, will have a health pavilion that talks about healthcare, mental health, nutrition, and wellness. And also, I would like to have our local committee who made the trip up please stand under the leadership of my constituent service director, Kashawn Cash McKinley, who has spearheaded our local efforts. Please stand. Okay. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the governor, the first lady, Mr. Schneider of the NJPAC, and my fellow mayors here. It's a huge task and it's a historic task. But one thing about Atlantic City, we know how to host great events, and this is the first step to returning the great city of Atlantic City, not the Jersey Shore entertainment capital of the world. That's a smack in the face. We're returning to be the world's favorite playground. Thank you. One more time. Can we say great day?
All right. Thank you, Mayor Small. I like a call and response. This is good. I got to build that into my act, going forward, at the board meetings, How do we get here? We got here because so many people participated in the creation and the development of this idea. And that's one of the great things about New Jersey. It's one of the great things about the way we all try to work together with each other for the greater good. I want to thank some of the individuals and organizations who got us to today and will continue to work with us as we build these 3 festivals over the next couple of months and get to starting day. First of all, our bosses at the EDA, and they have been stalwart, and EDA is not used to producing music festivals, so this has been a learning experience for all of us, right? And I have to tell you, the patience. Really? Yeah, it's not part of the job description? Yeah. But you guys have been great, and you have been patient, and you've been supportive, and it really means the world to us. So please, thanks to Tim Sullivan, to Christy Hoos, to Ty Cooper, and to John Costello from EDA. Thank you guys very, very much. From the governor's office, we have this extraordinary 1-2 punch of Joe Kelly and Eric Brophy. Again, present throughout, predictably, always there to support, always there to add a phone call. Some of our sponsors may have actually gotten a phone call or two from some of these guys. But understanding the economic importance of a festival like this, Joe and Eric have been there all the way. In developing our local committees, it was really important to us that this festival be authentic, that this be a grassroots event that features the greatest local artists, market by market, as well as the big headliners. We've been lucky to have as advisors and guides from Newark, Fahemi Shakur, who is the Director of Arts and Cultural Affairs. And by the way, if you were present last week at the dedication of the Harriet Tubman Monument, you'll understand the power that the arts have in Newark. This was an extraordinary event, and I think Marcy DePin, is Marcy here? Fahemi and others, extraordinary. From Asbury Park, the aforementioned Leisha Floyd, Director of Recreation and Events. Thank you, Leisha, for everything you did. There you are, in person. And from Atlantic City, Cash McKinley, Director of Constituent Services for the City of Atlantic City. Thank you, Cash, for everything. And our partners, Aaron Price and Jasmine Ward are here. They are our partners for everything tech and innovation in this festival. They are of Tech United, and they do the Propellify Festival. Aaron and Jasmine, thank you. From Montclair Film, my friend, sort of everybody's friend, the founder and the leader of Montclair Film, and that's Evie Colbert. Thank you, Evie, for everything. The event that Stephen's going to do with Jim Gaffigan here is something we're all looking forward to. Kay Lucas and Mary Matolo are here from MediaSense. They are the producers of the Health Pavilion that will be done at Stockton. Thank you, Kay and Mary. And Kenneth Gibson is here. Ken Gibson is here. needs no introduction. Ken is the founder and director of the Newark International Film Festival, and he'll be curating screenings and panels with new work from filmmakers all over the world during our Newark weekend. And of course, I want to name our producing partners for music and comedy. Madison Marquette, our stalwarts in Asbury Park, Gary Mottola and Chris Femiano. Thank you, guys. From the Prudential Arena, where we're doing many shows, Sean Fade and his team, thank you. And Live Nation, SJ Presents, Platinum Productions, Zamora Presents, Absolutely Live, lots of producer partners. And we would not succeed without sponsors. In addition to the EDA, I am grateful to the following folks. From PSE&G, Kim Hanneman, Rick Thigpen, Calvin Ledford, Karen Cleve, and Sarah Pena, who's also a board member of Women at NJPAC. Thank you, PSEG. The New Jersey Casino Reinvestment Development Authority, CREDA. Maisha Moore, thank you for your support of the festival. The NJM Insurance Group, Cam Mayo and Mitch Livingston, thank you for your help. RWJ Barnabas Health, Justin Edelman, Michael Connect, Indu Liu, and Chris James, thank you for your early support. Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield is represented. John Pearson is here. Thank you, John. New Jersey Travel and Tourism, going to help us make sure that this festival is seen not only throughout the state of New Jersey, but throughout the region and in states across the country. Jeff Vassar and Anthony Minnick, and Handspring Health and Outfront, who are sponsoring our health pavilion in Atlantic City. There is still room for more sponsorship, believe it or not. So if there is interest in that, we're happy to chat about this festival. And I want to thank our NJPAC team. I have known Dave Rodriguez, who's our executive producer, for over 30 years. He is an extraordinary person. He understands commercial producing as well as fine arts producing, and he's been a rock throughout this whole thing. If we think about who from our team has really been driving this, I would say it's David from a programming side, and his number one deputy, Evan White. So thanks to these two guys for getting us to where we are. I want to thank our head of marketing, Katie Seward, who's put together, I believe it's going to be impossible in May and June for you not to know that North to Shore is in New Jersey. And if you live in New Jersey or New York or the Philadelphia market, this thing is going to be all over the place. And that's due to these wonderful associations that Katie's been able to develop, not only with New Jersey Transit, but with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, the New Jersey Turnpike Authority, and of course, New Jersey Travel and Tourism. Jenny Wasserman has been our lead in developing relationships in the local markets. Thank you, Jenny. And my head of development, our head of development, Amy Fitzpatrick, has been very, very intentional about closing the loop for our sponsors. And of course, this beautiful event wouldn't be quite what it is without Karen Kessler, Kessler PR, and her colleague Brian McDorr. So thank you, Karen and team. And that's all we've got, at least for this morning. Thank you all so very much for coming. I can't wait to see you at the festival. Keep your eyes on that website as we add shows on an almost daily basis. If you know folks in your markets who you think should participate in it, have them apply. Have them put an RFP in to do a show during North to Shore. I'm announcing 100 shows or so right now, but many, many more to come. Thanks again to the Governor and the First Lady for this brilliant idea, and we're going to try to do our best to justify your faith in us. Thank you all so much.